Oh, by the way, I did see breaking news. The talks of the merger from between the AA and the RAC have broken down. Oh, by the way, also I found a stir fry all over my bed this morning. I must have been sleepwalking. What?
God's sake!
Oh my word!
As I will say in my week, we've had to start changing our diet because Carol's operation in a couple of weeks, and Carol's told me that the salads I make tend to be on the dry side, which is definitely something that needs addressing.
God's sake!
Oh my word!
And Carol, funny enough, talking about her, she lost all of her credit cards this week. I've not cancelled them because the thief is spending roughly 200 quid less than she does. I'm getting an evil eye from across the room. I'm not going to
lie. How comfy is your sofa for sleeping on?
Not very. I'll be honest with you. I'll leave it there. I've just run out. I've run out of steam. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Black Dog 247. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
I'm Elton.
And this week, we'll see how everyone's week's been. This is the first proper episode of 2026. Welcome, everyone. We finally stopped talking about how our week was last year. Finally stopped talking about it over the course of 4.5 hours. So here we are with a full episode. So we will see how everyone's normal week has been. Then we will move on to any other thing. I don't know, feedback, anything coming in. You can tell I haven't checked, and you can tell I'm half. I'm fighting a headache. I'm really fighting a headache. So anyway, and then once we've done whatever else we do in this fucking podcast, we will review your film. Whose film was it? Elton, your film.
It was me. Yes.
And that
Misery.
was Misery. That's right. Yes. So we will be doing that. We will be reviewing that cockadoodie film. And trying not to be dirty birds along the way. Oh, dear. Right. Anyway, but first, let's find out how everyone's week's been. Quick, back on the formula. That's what this whole last week was about, trying to get back into the swing of things. And now I'm sitting here like a lemon trying to remember how my own podcast goes. Jim, how was your week?
It's been okay. It was very much a bit back to reality this week.
Oh, yes.
I was back from my first treatment of the year. But that's okay. I get to sit in a nice room for a couple of hours. They bring me tea and biscuits, and I got chocolates this time. Nice. The nurses apparently get an awful lot of boxes of chocolates at Christmas, so they just kept coming around them going, "Come on, take a couple. We're all on diets." So I was like, well, who am I to stand in the way of a noble cause?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, save nurses from themselves.
And I did my tax return for the year, which
great.
It is quite easy these days doing it online, because it is good. You can log into the Inland Revenue website, and you can do it bit by bit, and you just save it and come back to it later.
Nice.
Which I find the best way to do it, because I don't fucking forget anything. But a lot of it, though, is just going through page and page going, nope, because there's so many fucking dodges you can do legally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to put off paying this next year and claim you've not been paid for something. Yes, I'll do that. Have you hid this money into your bed and you're not going to tell us about it? Yes, I have. Yes. Okay, then. It's like, fucking hell. No wonder no one pays any proper tax. I mean, my accounts are fairly simple for what I do, but the number of dodges, things you can claim back, ways to defer paying your tax and kick the can down the road for another year. I can see how big firms and big companies end up paying no fucking tax whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's kind of, but so that's all done. That's out of the way. So that was good.
No, cool.
But a nice thing that was a bit of a surprise last week
Yeah.
was we went to the theatre.
Ooh.
Now, literally, well over a year ago,
Yeah.
I had seen the Woman in Black stage show was touring again,
Oh, yes.
which it does very, very rarely. And so we'd booked tickets, and it was literally probably it was well over a year ago.
Mm.
And kind of at the back of my mind going, hang on, why are we doing booking to see a play? At the start of Jimmy actually got a little reminder from the theatre saying, you know, before your visit, make sure you have your tickets downloaded onto your phone or printed out, you know, and refreshments are available, blah, blah, blah here, and no standing during the performance, turn off your mobile phone, you know, all this basic, just like good shit. It's kind of, oh, when's it? Oh, it's this week. Amazing.
Nice.
'Cause I have seen it before when it toured before and it came to Darlington. And it came back to the same theatre, lovely old Victorian theatre.
Right.
And I was kind of like, should we go or not? You know, I avoid large venues generally, being immune compromised. But I literally just had the immunotherapy 2 days before, and our seats, we were going on an afternoon when it was quieter anyway. It was cheaper. And we were in the dress circle, which is kind of not a very big seating area. Because it's like kind of like the Muppet Show theatre. All the main seats are in the stalls, and then there's like a gallery round with the box on either end for Stadler and Waldorf, and that's the dress circle. As it was fairly full, but because it was an afternoon showing, and because The Woman in Black is a set text for British schools, for GCSE, it was actually full of schoolgirls.
Oh my God!
Literally dozens of it must be literally. I think 80% of the audience was various coach parties from local schools, and seemingly most of them all from the local sort of private girls' school.
Oh, jeez.
Because Teresa says she'd not seen it, and so I think, oh yeah, I forgot this is a set text.
Yeah.
But I mean, as it was, they were very well behaved.
Yeah.
I mean, we went in, there was a good deal of like giggling, running around and fighting around, as you'd expect from school kids.
Yeah.
But once the lights went down, quiet.
Nice.
Now, if you've seen the stage play, there's a jump scare quite early on the train.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When that happened, the screams were phenomenal.
I could imagine.
And literally, the actors paused till it all died down. And I saw them just exchange a little look. And it's kind of like, we got him. We've got him on a hook now.
Got a live one here.
And literally throughout the performance, you could not hear a pin drop.
Nice.
Until the Woman in Black appeared, and literally, I thought the roof was going to come off from the screams.
Yes.
I mean, there's a scene where a rocking star chair just appears, starts rocking itself with the Woman in Black in it. And I heard a girl behind me go, "Oh my God!" I'm proper terrified. Oh, this is amazing. I mean, it's a brilliant play anyway. It's a brilliant piece of theatre.
Yeah.
But it was an added bonus because, you know, the kids get a lot of stick for being always on the phone, and they don't read, and they don't like old stuff, and they can't concentrate. But here you have, like, you know, a ghost story from the late 70s, and they were in it hook, line, and sinker.
Nice.
And like on the way out, you could hear the buzz. You know, like somewhere you go see a good production or a good film or a good gig.
Yeah.
And there's that kind of like excited chatter on the way out where people are talking about. There's that, and there's kind of, oh, that's brilliant. That's made my month. That's restored my faith in the younger generation.
That's good.
But yeah, if you can get to see The Woman in Black, if it's touring near you, do go see it. Or if you're in London, go see it, because it is a phenomenal piece of work. It really is.
Yeah. Did they do the I don't know if this is a spoiler. Did they do the thing of the Woman in Black walking down the aisle?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she walks down this. When I first saw it, the theatre it had like a central aisle. And she walked down the middle of that. On this version, she came down the side because they've actually refurbished the theatre, and that central aisle's gone. But yeah, I could hear. I knew she was coming, but I could hear all these. As this black figure glided past up to the stage. Fantastic.
Love it.
Yes,
Nice.
that was really good. I was really pleased we did that. And as I say, it was such a joy to see that again. Cause it's such. I mean, it's a good story anyway, but the way they've adapted it for the stage and have this conceit that the main character, Kips, who's the man telling the story, has gone to an actor to get help to teach him how he's going to, give this speech and tell this terrible secret to his family. And so the play itself is set in a empty theatre.
Nice.
And it's like, really, it's just, chef's kiss. Brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Lovely.
That's a good start to January.
That's nice. Cool. Anything else, sir?
I did watch a couple of films.
Lovely.
Begonia.
Mm-hmm. Which is about
which
flowers.
was my first experience of that particular director whose name I can't pronounce.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Georgie Chrysanthemum, I was going to say.
Freddie Chrysanthemum.
But that's that's really good. Very, very darkly funny. Much like the other film, the new Park Woo Chan, or whatever. I'm having a terrible night with names tonight.
Don't worry,
but
Jim.
yes, No Other Choice. It's
No
very
Other
much
Choice.
a companion piece to Parasite.
Oh yeah.
But I'd say it's funnier.
Yeah.
Very blackly funny, but
Cool.
but that's quite the ride as well.
Nice.
I won't say too much more about those. I suspect there will be future Black Dog films.
Yeah.
Because often I watch films these days, and that was good, that was bad. But some of you go, "Oh, that's a good Black Dog film." It's good. That's a good discussion waiting to happen.
Nice. Oh, that's good. I'm liking the sound of that. Yeah. No Other Choice. It's been on my radar for a while. Begonia. That's an odd one. I got to say. I look at it and I think, oh, hang on, because it's adapted from another Korean movie called Save the Green Planet.
Oh, I didn't know that. I might look that up.
I've heard of that. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm kind of curious about that one because I know the Save the Green Planet one, but yes, old Yorgos, he did Poor Things.
Yes, I've not seen any of his other films because I've always heard it seems to be quite Marmite-y, shall we say?
Yes, yeah.
But having sort of broke the duck, as it were, with this one, it's kind of I'm going to investigate what else he's done now. It's kind of obviously that landed for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm intrigued because I've heard things about the Lobster and Pretty Things and
Killing of a Sacred Deer. That's
the favourite. So it's kind of I'm probably going to work through his back catalogue over the next few months.
Oh, okay.
So, good.
You're in for quite the ride. Yeah, and maybe an anatomy course on Emma Stone at the end of it. Anyway, cool. Okay, well then, yeah.
So you're telling me it's different from Terrify. You do get to see a fanny. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what. I can't say any more than that. I'm not quick. I'm not. My brain isn't firing on enough cylinders to carry that thread that needle in a way that doesn't end up with me being cancelled in a massive way. So I'm just going to leave it there and go, yes, Jim, you're right. Anyway, cool. Okay, well, we'll oh God, this is going to be a long night. Yes, Jim. Begonia is good. I will check that out, and I will definitely check out No Other Choice. That sounds cool. Brilliant. Lovely. Anything else, sir?
No, I'll leave that there. Having caused enough mischief, I think.
That's cool. Thank you very much. And then moving on to you, Mr. Elton, sir. How was your week?
Yeah, pretty good week. The only thing of note this week is we had a visitor to the house, straight into the window.
Oh,
what? Really?
Yeah. I thought we were getting a visit from Harry Potter's owl, but no. we had...
Hedwig went for smack into your double glazing. Is that what you're saying?
Hello, Harry, I got your letter.
The sound of someone humanely cracking the neck of an owl.
So,
Yep, go on.
I was in the front room. I didn't hear this happen, but I had the family erupted basically, and was like, "Yeah, you need to go out and have a look at this." And I put down what I was doing, and I could see this pheasant body on top of the conservatory. And
wow, you make it sound.
I know.
You live in some kind of what's that? Not Broadchurch. What's the other? Was it? Oh God, doesn't matter.
I basically live in Narnia. That's
You
what
do.
I'm saying. There was a dead pheasant on the conservatory. You know.
Wow.
Gosh, said Rupert. Anyway.
Yes. Good Lord. Yes, go on.
Jeepers.
Fell off the back of an M&S van, did it? Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
This pheasant had just flown up and all of a sudden decided, probably thought the window was open, to attack the window of Jacob's bedroom and just killed itself outright.
Lovely.
Fell on top of the conservatory into the guttering around it. And so I have to squeeze down the side of the house, and its leg is hanging down as if like it was dangling off the side of a sofa. It's like, has it knocked itself out or has it killed itself? Because we've had both. We've had pigeons and other birds hit windows throughout the years, and one pigeon just royally messed up his head once and ended up with landing gear facing up, and that was not fun.
Landing gear facing.
Did he shuffle off this mortal coil and join the choir invisible? Is that what you're saying?
He did, yeah.
He's an ex-pigeon.
All right, if he's asleep, I'll wake him up. Then. No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
Well, that's what I thought. I saw the foot and I thought, I gave it a... Imagine a cat playing with a bit of string. I tapped his foot to see if he was alive or not.
You just poke it with a stick. Is that what you did? You just stand there poking it with a stick.
You're right.
I didn't want it to jump up and all of a sudden attack me. So I tapped his foot. He didn't do anything. And I was like, oh, bollocks. So I
reached up and goes, come on, I'm trying to fucking sleep.
What do you want, mate? I reached up. I unfortunately had to grab it, find its neck, and then grab it by the neck and pull it down. I was like, oh, it was beautiful, beautiful bird. But I was like, what the fuck do I do?
Give it to Jeeves in your Brigerton basement and tell him to prep it with some shallots and fine wine.
See, the thing, I didn't think of that. I phoned my mum about an hour later and she went, oh, did you pluck it? Oh, no, I didn't pluck it.
You're going to be put in jail for that. You're going to be put in jail for that, Mum. Oh, you mean pluck? Oh, sorry, the bad line. Such a terrible line.
You're not the pheasant plucker. You're the pheasant plucker's son. And you're only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes.
Yep.
Madam.
Literally.
So I didn't want to bag him up just in case. Yeah, he just knocked just in case he knocked himself out. So I laid him gently on the floor. I was like, okay, I'll set up an alarm on my phone for 45 minutes.
I'll put the alarm down for him, tucked him in with a little duvet, put a glass of water by his bed in case he gets thirsty when he, in the middle of the night.
Put his teeth in.
Well, yeah, because he's had them knocked out, obviously.
They're stuck on the window.
Do you think he made that noise as he slid down your window?
Oh, for fuck's sake. So you tucked him in with his alarm clock.
Laid him down. I didn't think of that when I said it. I laid him down. Set him
laid him gently upon the pillow with a mint.
Forgetting not to remove the chocolate.
Yeah.
And tucked him up so his arms weren't hanging out, so the monsters can get him.
You fucking swaddling this thing. Yeah. And then you probably chucked him in the bed. God. Oh. Just finished the fucking story.
The story's just a bird hit my window. That's all it is. Here we are now.
Laid him down gently and went right. Fucking lobbed him straight to a waste paper basket. Okay, did he get up?
I laid him down.
Gently on the bed. And I beat him to death with my shoe. Yeah.
Set my alarm. I thought I'll give him 45 minutes. If he's not awake by then he's clearly dead.
I'll go and wake him up because he might be late for work.
Give him a little kiss on the forehead.
Leave a rose on the pillow next to him.
Put my phone next to him, put a podcast on for him.
Or white noise, whale sound, yeah, something like that.
Hoover,
The gentle sound of rain falling in a rainforest during a storm.
Oh God, Elton.
You should put little bits of cucumber on his eyes as well and give him like a little hairnet to keep his feathers in place as well. Maybe rub his feet, full massage. Stuff like this.
Little white dressing gown.
Yep.
some little massage slippers.
Yeah. Little wrapped up towel in his head, like it. Keep his.
As he comes down for breakfast in the morning.
Yep. He left him a little croissant, a glass of orange juice. Oh God. Fucking episode of Brigerton I've ever seen. Wow. Okay, so
anyway,
go on in. Yeah, so, he's dead.
Yes, he's sadly passed. And so we had like a 21 gun salute.
Viking burials. Just pushed him off down the pond. In a little boat on fire.
Well, luckily there's a bit of scrubland over the road, so I took him over there and was like, "You'll be happier here." And I'm sure some fox was like, "Oh, free meal, brilliant, excellent."
Yeah. Did you wrap him up and throw him like a rugby ball job?
No. I think Kimmy saw me walking out of the house with this pheasant grabbed by the neck and laid him gently down in the bushes.
Wow. Yeah, didn't play sort of Amazing Grace on the bagpipes or anything.
Oh, we had a service. The whole village came around.
Yeah. Pheasant face, gone too soon.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Glass face.
Yeah. Pheasantly McShatterbeak.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
But I did think, how the hell do you dispose of this? I thought, do I just bag him up and put him in the bin?
Yeah.
No, that's not fair. Otherwise, he's there in a plastic bag for the next 1,000 years, and that's not fair.
1,000 years? What is it? A vacuum sealed bin?
No, but the bag's got to degrade and stuff, hasn't it? So
Buck Rogers.
You weren't putting him in a pyramid to preserve him for all time, were you?
Don't worry, the sun god Ra will come and get him. I can promise you that.
He's like the dove from above.
Yeah.
Call down the dove from above.
Not the fly from the sky.
Anyway, long story short, flap, crash, bang, and that was it.
Flap, flap, crash, bang, tinkle arse.
Oh, bang, fuck, he's dead.
There'll now be a 1 minute silence for Pheasant E. McPheasant Face of McManus Brigerton Hall.
Yeah. So
right.
Yeah, that was my week. You're welcome.
Yeah, spectacular work, mate. You've got a lot to catch it. You've got a lot to follow up there, Dal. I'll be honest with you.
I've got fuck all, really. I think he's yeah.
I've done it again.
That's good. Good work. I like it. So go on in, Dal. So you got fuck all. Is that it then?
I didn't do much this week. I did finish Pluribus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did get to the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to season 2 on this one. I really, really enjoyed this show. It was great. Loved it. Yeah, it kept it kept up the surprises. I've got to say. Have you finished? Has anybody else watched it and finished it?
Yep, finished it. Yep,
not finished it. No.
Yeah, I've watched it, finished it, done it. That's it.
Right.
I'm just a bit upset that season 2 isn't going to be coming along until about 2027. So it's like,
that's only next year.
Yeah, I know, but when I've just finished watching it at the beginning of this year, it's like, so I've got. Yeah, but when is it? Is it definitely going to be here in 27, or it might be 28? I don't know.
I think
don't know
the
how
question
fast...
is, will we be here in 27?
Well, yeah, there is that.
Garrel's
it's like how fast can Vince Gilligan write? Just
I
hope fast. I hope it would be nice.
Without spoiling anything, I'm. How far are you in, Lee? Into the show?
4 episodes.
Right. Okay. Then I will not say what I'm going to say.
Why? It's fine.
What episode are you on, Elton?
Oh, I finished it.
Oh, you finished it as well?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Excellent.
I finished. Do you remember that bit where you asked who's finished it? I said, yeah, I finished it.
Oh, sorry, mate.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's all right. He's just recovering after going head first into a pane of glass window and being thrown over a fence.
And have this wild romance with a pheasant.
Okay. I just like the translation that they used.
Yes.
When the phone. That was hilarious all the way through.
Indeed. So, yeah. No,
Okay.
it's a pity you can't say much more about it. But, yeah. Also, tried watching, and I stress this, I tried watching Foundation.
Oh, right.
Okay?
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling sort of like, I've had a sort of like pretty, I hadn't had much sleep the night before, and I tried watching this show. And it's like, for anybody who doesn't know, Foundation is science fiction. It's set in the future, very much in the future, and it's kind of like it's got a lot of political intrigue in it and stuff like this, and it's a very sort of hard science fiction show. And I'm sure they were talking about something that was really interesting. Right, but all I heard because they do kind of go quite elaborate and quite it's like yes, Zedimore, yes, bim bam bobbly bom dim bum dim bum dim bum bum dim bum bum, because that's all I fucking heard, and I'm like, oh god, this is really complicated, isn't it? This is. I'm going to need subtitles for this. Dum dum dibba bum dibum bum bum. Ha cake slicer. Yes.
Adaptation by Scatman John.
Yeah.
I'm a
Scatman.
It's kind of like somebody takes The Expanse and turns up the difficulty on it. Because The Expanse, right? That's a fairly sort of chunky show, right? It's a really good show. Love The Expanse, but it's like they bring it up a level with this one, and it is just, oh no, this is far too much for a train journey home from work after a hard day when I'm feeling the way I feel. And I kind of switched off the first episode halfway through, and I'm going to come back to this when I'm more awake. It's going to need all mental faculties kind of concentrating on this.
I'm guessing you haven't read the book then.
No, I haven't.
The Asimov book, because from what you just described, that sounds exactly what I hit. I bought the book, and I it was
salt shaker towel. It's basically the whole novel is basically fucking Winter Soldier's activation code, isn't it? That's basically
pretty much. Pretty much, it's kind of like how I imagine if a collaboration between David Bowie and REM would have gone if they decided to write an album together. It's just like rice, cheese, peas, gibble up, dip, dop, round the hounds and psychotherapy, and I've been touched by a gnu. It's just like, what on earth are you talking about? And there's a whole thing about psychohistory. Did they bring that up?
I don't know, Lee. I can't. I don't know. My subtitles weren't on. Nobody sitting there explaining it to me.
Psychohistory, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Psycho.
It's like, as you said, somebody said there, it is like science fiction by Scatman John.
That's Jim. Yeah, Jim said that. Yeah.
In fact, I'll tell you what. I've got an equivalent, right? If this show was a quiz, if it was a quiz show, it would be Only Connect. That's what this would be. You know, we say, Napoleon Bonaparte, was not. He went up and he did battles and he fought in the war. And what we want to know is how many bags of crisp in a Walker's multi-pack. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Yep.
What?
I can tell you in the form of audio what this program is about.
Go on in.
Actually, that's the first lines that Lee Pace comes out with when he turns up on screen. That's the first thing he says.
Yep.
And then he's like, until brown and crispy on top. That's what he comes out with.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks lovely, right? It really does. The show looks fantastic. You can tell there's been some fucking money spent on it.
Oh yeah.
But oh man, you need to be sober. You need to have got a good night's sleeping beforehand. You meant to make sure you've drunk some water as well, so you're nice and hydrated as well. So there's no all your brain is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's fantastic, but I'm gonna have to come back to it.
Yeah.
At some point.
I mean, like I say, I read out of the. I mean, there's 5 books. Hundreds of pages. Yeah, 5 books, hundreds of pages, if not thousands of pages. And I got to page 35 and then just went, nope.
I'm done.
That was the end of it. I'm done. Classic it might be. Readable it is not.
I very much found that. I found I Robot I could deal with, but Foundation I just couldn't get into.
No.
I was meant to go back and try again, but
I
haven't been brave enough yet.
Yeah. It's one of basically the whole thing's founded on this mathematical principle that they can predict the fall of a galactic empire. And one bunch led by this mathematician say, well, we know this is coming. This whole galactic empire is going to fall. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, maybe in 1,000, 2,000 years, but it will fall. So we're going to fuck off this way, and they leave the empire and they leave the galaxy, effectively.
Cock. Seriously? It's like saying, well, the ice cream is going to melt. We're not quite sure when it's going to melt, but it will melt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And then basically the rest of the empire get left behind, and they kind of say, well, he's talking a load of old bollocks. But then then it becomes a whole thing of just because they predicted it, did it happen because they predicted it, or didn't it happen?
Did they get lucky?
Did they get lucky? Yeah, I mean, it's all that sort of stuff. And I was like, I'm out. Yep. I don't care. And yeah, so yeah, I just watched the playthrough on YouTube.
Yep, I'm going to go and watch New Rock Stars. They'll explain it to me in half an hour program. They'll put out all the Easter eggs and everything. Yep, fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there. I'm looking at the wiki now. It says there will be an imminent fall of the Empire, which will encompass the entire Milky Way and create a dark age lasting 30,000 years. There you go.
Okay,
and that's in the first book. Yeah,
presumably that includes the Mars bars taken out with the Milky Way.
Yes, that's
Snickers should be okay.
Snickers should be okay. Yeah, because, nuts, hazelnuts. Ooh, Cadbury's take them and cover them in chocolate.
Yep.
Or something. I don't know. Stop asking me questions. Stop making me having to host this thing. My brain's not coping. So you tried Foundation and bounced off it.
Yeah, it just nah. Yeah, nah.
Nah. God bless you.
Aussie man. Yeah, nah.
Nah. Cool. Yeah, anything else?
No. No.
I'm getting no. I'm doing me Derek Acora.
I've got a game that I've just got hold of. I was meant to play it last night. Called was it Quarantine Last Checkpoint?
Mm.
And that's one where you're on a base and you are basically humans come up and you have to check them out to make sure they've not been infected with a zombie virus.
It's
and as you go on,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's based on that, and your actual equipment gets more and more elaborate as you go on. Right now, I'm watching this, and when I played the demo some time ago, it was pretty straightforward, and then they've added some stuff, but there's one bit in particular that they didn't need to add, but all right, fine. You've done this, and it's like, oh, and by the way, some people like to shove things up their asses, and I'm like, what? And it's like you see this bloke, you've got this scanner, right? It's like an X-ray thing, and they scan down this bloke's ass, and he's got a fucking hand grenade up his ass, right? And if you spot this, you can get it extracted. And I've seen her on one of the run-throughs by one of the one of the YouTubers.
All right.
They do this, and you just hear it gets taken away. You just hear this screaming in the background as the fucking grenade is extracted from his ass.
Wow, resource management games.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I think you've just gone a little bit too, maybe a little bit too far into the like reality.
You say that, but clearly,
it's one of these great big round grenades. It's like the fucking size of a cricket ball.
Big British pineapple grenades.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, all those black round ones. With the yeah.
The worst bit is the handles back to front. The handle went in first. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fist bump. No.
Yeah. I'm keeping this grenade.
I had a curry last night.
If you've got heartburn, stomach indigestion, diarrhea.
So there we go. So that's my week, basically.
Cool.
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, I've not really got much going on with my week. I caught a couple of old films watching on the telly. I rewatched Shaun of the Dead, still bloody good.
I love it.
And I watched for about 10 minutes Top Gun Maverick and realised that you can only watch that film on a large screen. It just when you're watching it on a TV, it's just like, oh.
Yes.
There's all that sort of like IMAX subharmonic kind of bass and hum kind of with the engines firing up and the music's going and it's coming at your telly and it's like it's like lift music. You're like,
yeah,
all right then, fine.
That's too short.
Life's too short, exactly. So I bailed on that. But the other thing is it in the next, as this next couple of weeks go on, basically Carol's got a gallbladder operation coming up.
Right, yes,
nothing too serious. It's just a routine operation, that sort of thing. And she's looking at me going, "No, it's not. It's a fucking operation." Yeah, it might be for me. Yeah, it's going to be perfectly fine for me. But I'm gonna be great. But no. So the thing is, right? So the thing is, one of the things they ask you to do these days is to make things easier for them, and it's being keyhole surgery and all this kind of stuff. That you have to go on a sort of diet, like a sort of almost a fasting diet for a couple of weeks, just to kind of sort yourself out, give your liver sort of like a bit of a rest, bit of a flush through, so that when the gallbladder's gone, you're all right. Yeah. So Carol's got this diet to sort of stick to, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to join a gym, and I'm not going to join any kind of running club, and basically I'm not doing enough exercise at the moment, and it's fucking freezing outside. So I tell you what, why don't I do the husbandly thing and support her and go along with her on this diet? Anyway, it started yesterday, and
You're already waning.
I was going to say to you, Elton, where's that fucking pheasant? Is it still in the bush? Can you send it to me? Pluck it and send it to me, because Carol's got to have is she can have like one egg, some chicken, nothing with sugar. And then there's, and you can have like 3 or 4 pieces of fruit a day. That's it. Oh, wow. And yeah, it's pretty full on. So there I was yesterday. I'm like, no, come on. I'm going to support you. I'm going to help you out. It's going to be great. What's this for dinner? Basically, what I had, because I'm not a big vegetable guy. I mean, Carol can eat vegetables till the cows come home. She has, all sorts of broccoli and all that stuff. And the nurses say you can have as much of that as you like. You can throw as much of that on everything as you like. Cool, no problem. I don't eat that much vegetables, if any at all. So there I was saying, oh yeah, well, I'll just have this. And what I got was a bowl of water with 2 OXO cubes in it and 4 slices of chicken floating in it.
Oh.
Suddenly I'm rethinking my my staunch advocacy for helping Carol out and standing beside her and helping her along. Now I'm like, oh God, I'd kill for a Starbucks coffee just so I could taste milk. It's just like, oh shit.
It's only so far this marriage goes, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, she's got to do it. Why do I have to do it? I mean, come on, for Christ's sake, So so I've had a great couple of days, and I've got like, a good couple of weeks to go yet. So yeah, that's fun.
Nice.
Good luck.
Yay! So no alcohol, no milk, no dairy, except for maybe 1 egg, and like I say, fruit. You can have fruit. You can have a couple of pieces, three pieces of fruit a day, and you can have like 2 chicken breasts and as much greens as you like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, seeing as the closest I get to greens are chilies and onions, I don't think. I think I'm gonna be an emotional wreck by the end of this thing. Carol's gonna be fine. She's gonna be popping around like looking after my frail body. I'm gonna be like Paul Sheldon sitting in my chair going, oh Annie, I can't move. I've been drinking OXO cubes for the last 2 weeks. Help me.
Are you allowed butter or anything like that?
Nope.
So no frying the broccoli and putting a bit of garlic in there and
nope. Boiled.
Oh. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yes. I mean, like I say, I really feel for her, but so I was like, yes,
There is
I'm
a
going to help.
limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so if I have to stop recording in the next 10 minutes because, like, basically Pizza Express is turning up. No, they are not. They are not. I'm getting the eye again. No, they are not. But
No?
yes, no, yes, they are.
You haven't got like a little, like in some shops they have like a button that's an alarm. Just in case you're on. Have you not got like one for your pizza?
I got
Just
speed
like
dial.
hot and
spicy.
Hot and spicy.
There we go. Beef sizzler. Just type that in. Beef sizzler. I've got 3 slices on my loyalty app. That's fun. That's fun. Like, it's great. That's really it. I've watched some old films and tomorrow, as of the time of recording, I'll be off to see Bone Temple 28 weeks later. So 28 years later. So
28 Jimmies later.
28 Jimmies later, yes. So hopefully I'll be able to report back on that and say, actually, you know what, it all makes sense. Maybe. Perhaps.
I hope so.
I really hope so. I really hope so. It's like the same with Dune, wasn't it? It was like you watch the first one and it just ends and you go, I'm not going to judge this film until I see the second one and go yes or no. But then the second one did exactly the same thing and stopped. And he's like, no, and now I have to wait for the third one before I can say yes or no. Mm-hmm. That's how you get you. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. Oh, and the other thing, not really a big news thing, but I don't know if some of you've noticed on Blue Sky, or maybe I've mentioned it on here, I can't remember, that we've had a sort of cat that's adopted us recently.
Yes.
Yes, Spud. He came and sort of adopted us. He sort of just came out of the garden and then just sat in the middle of the living room and was like, go on in, feed us, sort us out.
Yeah.
And that was in sort of September or something. Anyway, he's been coming and going for all of that time. And then the last week's been freezing, absolutely freezing, and it's so, seriously cold, wet, freezing, all that sort of stuff. And I'm lying there in bed one night, and all of a sudden this soggy, ratty cat comes racing up and jumps on the bed at like 1 a.m, and I like practically shit myself because normally he just leaves. Anyway, ever since then, the little sod's got really quite comfy and warm and doesn't go home at all.
Oh.
And then, this morning, walking up the road, I noticed have you seen Ernie? And it's a picture of Spud. It's like,
any money?
Oh, fuck. No,
any money?
No.
No?
No.
No cash reward?
No cash reward, sadly. So, yes. So as of like 2 hours ago, it turns out that his owners are literally about 100 yards from where we are. And they've not seen him. They've not seen him for nearly 2 weeks, and want to know where the fuck he's been. So it's like, got that sorted, and now he's gone. So we are now catless again.
Well, at least they had some good news. That's good.
Yes, they had good news. So yes, even though it might not feel particularly great, just remember, if you do have a cat that's wanted by someone else, it's missing, don't hold it for yourself. Give them a call. So there you go. But yeah, so it was just like bit of a downer. But that's it really. Oh, and and I may have eaten a 3-day-old sausage out of date yesterday. So if I so there you go.
Meal of Kings.
Anyway, right. This is absolute nonsense. This is not getting the podcast done. So I'm leaving it right there. I love that laugh of derision from Jim over there. It's like, like any podcast gets done. Let's see if there's any feedback. Let's just see.
It's It's feedback time.
Yeah, so let's have a look on the old Facebook group, facebook.com/group/the Black Dog Podcast. Last week was an absolute ramble-thon of 2 hours of just us trying to work out what we've done for 2 weeks.
Nature abhors a vacuum.
It does indeed. We thought it'd be 20 minutes, and it turned out to be 2.5 hours. And surprisingly enough, even though we didn't review a film, we did actually get some feedback from Jeffrey Mark Hyman on the Facebook group. He said, for a moment, it seemed like Darren was going to turn out to be the star of a viral video, a production of Mamma Mia, after your Mamma Mia event. And yes, I don't know.
I think they exactly what I put afterwards, which was, "This is Sparta."
Yes, just running, diving there. Martin Thompson also said, I walk past Mamma Mia on the way to work every day, and when I was listening to the podcast today, it synced up nicely as he started talking about it. And then when I walked past, also I must be part of that rare batch that hasn't actually seen Misery before, although funnily enough I was asked about it by a colleague in a pub last night.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. So as Jeffrey Mark Hyman rightly points out, this is borderline unnerving serendipity. There you go. See, we're just controlling reality now. That's what happens. We say things here, and then it all happens out there. You guys don't actually exist. This is dead internet theory. I'm just myself.
Yeah.
None of this really exists. None of you do. None of you.
No, we're not real.
No, none of you are around.
I'm the product of a deranged imagination.
You are, and only the sad thing is it's my imagination, which is a bit of a problem. Anyway,
Sponsored by Grok AI.
Yeah,
we are not.
I'm actually in a bikini.
Yes. Do you want to see the podcast host in a bikini? Go to Grok AI. Just pay a subscription, and we won't send the photos to you. Yeah. By the way, can I just say on that fucking Grok AI thing? Yeah, how is it when there's porn on the internet? God forbid, the government cannot leap in fast enough to go, oh, by the way, you have to have a face like Norman Reedus to see any kind of porn at all on the internet, because won't somebody think of the children? However, when somebody think of the children turns into, oh, we have to ban that nice billionaire's money, suddenly it becomes, oh, no, we'll have to send it to Ofcom and see if they can do something about it. It's not for the government to say anything. It's not for the government to do anything. It's down to Ofcom. Umdy-umdy-dumdy-da. So you can make horrible sexualized pictures of children on Grok AI.
You can think of the children, but not that way.
No, you can, as long as you're paying a subscription, apparently, to Elon Musk, because that's how they've got around it, by saying it's paywalled. And now it turns out it's not even paywalled. So
that's
great.
What happened today was the government were going to ban that and X, but then they got threatened with 25% tariffs from a certain gentleman, and they've given that up now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. So
well, according to new international law, there's nothing to stop us sending jet fighters and actually nuking all of X's data sites. That's perfectly fine.
We can do that.
Or we could go and kidnap Trump and shoot the cunt in the head on Trump charges. That's perfectly fine under international law now. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah, I was going to say, where do you stop nowadays?
You set a dangerous precedent, it might come and bite you on the arse.
Yes.
Well, it's like you can go into a capital city and you can like threaten the police and that, as long as it's for and you become a freedom fighter, right? But the minute it's someone who gets sort of like had a go at, in the same way, if it's the other side that want to do the same thing, apparently that's a bad thing. That's that's causing what did they say?
Hypocrisy.
That's it. Yes.
So
if
yeah. Well,
It's been a crazy week.
It's been something. It's like you're sitting there going, "Oh fuck, what a year!" and then you realise it's only 13 days in.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh Jesus Christ!"
Although there is one bit of good news. Apparently, the government has U-turned on its digital ID thing now, and they're not doing it.
No, not for this week, anyway. Not until
not for this week, no.
not until someone else says, "Oh, digital IDs," and then they go, "Oh yeah, that's right."
Oh, they'll reinvent the wheel in about 5 years. It'll happen
5
again.
years?
Yeah, somebody will bring it up again.
Oh, identity cards. It comes up every 6 years in politics.
Yeah,
and it always gets. Oh god,
Tony Blair.
Yeah.
So, yes.
All I'm going to say is this government flip flops more than the swimwear beachwear section of fucking JD Sports. So yeah, our Temu Mr. Data is still sitting there going, I heartily disagree with stuff, but I won't put any kind of hard and fast definitives on anything because I think everyone should be free to make their own decisions, except when it comes to porn, in which case they can't. But if it's porn made by a billionaire, then you can, as long as you hide it behind a load of red tape and a paywall. It's fuck me. Fucking... Ugh, God, we voted this twat in. Anyway, sorry, I hate bloody politics leaking into shit, and it's already leaking into this podcast. Oh, God, like a fucking...
I'll get the mop and bucket.
Dirty old pair of pants.
Yep.
Spray
some bleach down. There we go.
See, I'm not. Chairman Metcalf. No, get off the box. Get off the box. Let's keep it light, people.
Weirdly, you talking about that, I'm just scrolling through, and News Thump have said new Tesla feature to automatically create explicit images of pedestrians as it passes on the street.
Oh, God. Anyway. Yeah. Let's keep it light, eh? Anyway, yeah, thoughts and prayers, Scott Adams. Anyway, right. We'll leave it there. And speaking of death of the author, let's do a review of Misery, shall we? Roll the jingle.
Yeah.
Yay. Right, so Misery is a 1990 American psychological horror thriller film. That covers it all, doesn't it?
Yep.
Directed by Rob Reiner,
Yep.
the late lamented Rob Reiner, who sadly passed away in December. It's from a screenplay by William Goldman, who you might also remember wrote The Princess Bride. It's based on the Stephen King novel of the same title from 1987 and stars James Caan as the famed novelist Paul Sheldon, who is held captive by Annie Wilkes, played by Kathy Bates, an obsessive fan. Supporting cast includes Francis Stearhagen, Richard Farnsworth, and Lauren Bacall. The film had a budget of $18 million. How much did it make at the box office, Darren?
400,000 painkillers.
Right, okay. Elton?
A lovely little porcelain penguin.
Nice.
That always faces south.
Always faces due south, never forget. And Jim?
One big bastard check.
Yeah.
What one of them novelty ones?
It's got lots of money on it. Look at the size of it.
Look at it. Look at the size of that check. Actually, no, you're all wrong. What it actually was all of Paul Sheldon's books, including Misery's Child and that thing where she comes back because of her allergy to bees.
Right.
Don't worry. It was funnier in my head, but it's not really that funny. In fact, nothing I've said has been funny. I'm just really just winging it. Just shut up. Shut up. You're not the boss of me. Bastards. No, it earned $61 million at the box office. So it definitely made its money. Right. We'll go around the table as usual, do the non-spoiler section. I still don't have a spoiler jingle. Really don't.
I'm shocked.
Shut up.
No, honestly, I am shocked.
You should be. I dedicate my life to this podcast, at least from 9 till midnight on a Tuesday. My life, I say. So let's go around the table. Elton, you picked it, so you'll go last.
Okay.
So we'll go around the table. Jim, let's start with you. What did you think of Misery non-spoiler version?
I really enjoyed going back to this movie. I've seen it a couple of times before. I've read the book a few times as well, and it's I think Rob Reiner with this, and he did Stand By Me as well.
That's right. Yep.
He really kind of sort of rewrote the rules on adapting King for the screen. I'm saying, no, you can actually do a good film. You don't just have to take the concept of his book and just make some schlock horror movie and just slap it out there, which is where it got through most of the 80s. And this, I think it's a brilliant adaptation. Obviously, there's a lot more in the book.
Yes.
But it does what a good film adaptation should. You've got a movie running time. It gets all the main beats of the book. It gets all the important stuff. It's faithful to it. It doesn't go, hey, you know what? Wouldn't it be good if the Penguin came to life and trashed downtown Colorado? Or some other jackass shit that people seem to think is perfectly acceptable. And when adapting a best-selling novel, which people are ponying up good money to see put on the screen properly. And the performances, though, I think are just absolutely superb. I mean, Kathy Bates fully deserving of the award she won, but James Caan's pretty good. And also just... the sheriff and his wife, Richard Farnsworth.
Yeah.
It's just all just pitch perfect. And I say, a painful movie to watch in places.
Yes.
But you know what I mean? I think it's just a really, really solid movie. And what struck me watching it this time, and we'll get into this more in the spoiler section, is it's quite ahead of its time. I mean, when Misery came out, the idea of someone being a stalker, wasn't yet in common currency, and it touches on quite a few things about fame, celebrity, and fan obsession. That now he goes, he was on the money there, old Stevie King, and Rob Reiner picked up on the right bits to put in the movie as well.
Yeah.
And there's lots of just little details that all just make it sort of work psychologically. So, yeah, big thumbs up from me from this movie.
Excellent. Cool. Darren, what about you?
I really enjoyed the watch again. It's quite a tense movie in places. Like I say, it built it up nicely. I do thinking about who the guy, James Caan playing the lead role. And this isn't really a spoiler at all, so I think I can get away with this concerning his character being a writer. It's just very hard to believe that James Caan writes the novels he's supposed to be writing. Especially after seeing him roll a ball and sort of like was it the Godfather and stuff like this, is like
right.
He writes romance. But no, it's all very good. You do find yourself shouting at the screen from time to time, like, either don't do it or do it now. Do it now. Do this thing now.
Yep.
Why are you doing this thing? Go, no, don't do that. So well acted by all and sundry, especially the lead female role in that.
Bates,
Annie Wilkes. Annie Wilkes.
Annie. Yep.
Yeah, very, very goes. It's like flipping from one thing to another, and with menace just all round. Especially a bit, well, we'll speak about that later. But there are one or two bits where she's, smiling, but still you're like, oh fuck. Yeah. So really, really good. Really enjoyed it. It's really, I'll always enjoy watching this film, if you can call it enjoy. Very, very entertaining. Very, very well done.
Nice.
Definitely gets a thumbs up from me.
Awesome. For me, I can only concur. I was this film came out when I was really deep into sort of reading Stephen King. I'd get one every Christmas. So this was kind of like my film. I want to see it adapted properly. And this, I think it was this and the Tommy Knockers and what was the other one? There was another one in Needful Things. They all came out in sort of quick succession, and I was kind of ravenously sort of devouring them all. And this, when I found out this was coming out, I was like, oh, this is good. And then I found out it was coming out by the same team that brought us Princess Bride, and I'm like, what? I fear for the product. I fear for the final product, but I shouldn't have worried. I mean, it was bloody good. I loved it. There are some things that are changed, but I think they're actually changed for the better. Because Stephen King has a thing of kind of, let's not just get gory. Let's go proper gory in places. And sometimes that can work when you've got like 500-600 page book, but it doesn't always work when you've got to cram it into 100 minutes. So I really enjoyed this, and it is tense. I mean, I remember watching this on video. I saw it at the cinema, and then I watched it on video VHS. And I always remember taking it downstairs after watching it on VHS, because I had my video upstairs. And I took it downstairs to my parents and I went, watch this, you're going to love this. And I just remember watching it like almost straight away again. And sort of like, and after sort of like watching it twice, you're still going, move it. Get out of the fucking room. So yes, super tense. So big thumbs up. And watching it this time, yesterday I was watching it and I knew all the beats. I knew what was coming, and I was still doing the same thing. You gotta fucking get on with it, pick up the bin. So totally thumbs up. You're not gonna get an objective opinion from me on this one, I'm afraid. But it's definitely one of those. You bite my nails. So I love it. So Elton, what about you?
I love this movie. This is an easy one. This is an easy one to ease us into 2026. I think we're gonna need it. And
yes.
It's I just love the ping pong between the two. It's one can't be good and one can't be shit. Otherwise, they both end up being shit. But the dynamic between the two characters, well, almost the three characters, or however many characters that Kathy Bates plays. Yeah, but because it does feel like that at some stages, but you see like 12 at one stage where the camera's just zooming in on her face and she's getting angrier and angrier, and you're like, whoa. But just the dynamic between the two, it just works perfectly. Like it is like ping pong that you're watching. The ball goes over to her and then back to him and back to her. It's just brilliant. It is tense. It does get tense at points. I'm looking forward to, Darren, what parts you are getting tense at.
Yes.
I think you mentioned a couple. So
yes, yeah.
Looking forward to finding out what they are. But I think overall, there's a few things now that I've been watching movies properly for a couple of years.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Go on.
And trying out new movies. Just things that I noticed throughout the movie, like when what one person is doing and then the other person is doing, but it's mirrored in the visuals. I just really, really like it. I think it's superb. The only thing I have that really niggles me, it's really quick to finish.
Yeah.
It's it's wrapped up really well, but it's as if the studio went, well, there's no need to pad this out. Okay, fine, that's it, done, and it's gone.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can't say more without going into the spoiler zone, I suppose. So fuck it, it's a thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
If you haven't seen Misery, go see it, go watch it. It's a really tense thriller, lovely cat and mouse game, and well worth a look. So, Jesus, I'm going to sneeze. There you go.
My word.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yes, or clearly I'm allergic to saying positive things.
Rest in peace, Mike. It's like Cat's Cradle now.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like the alien hive, actually. I feel like I've been gummed in. I'm just waiting for Ripley to come and rescue me. Oh, Jesus, I do. I'm glistening. I'm literally glistening.
Reminds me of that Not the 9 O'Clock News sketch where they're in you got Rowan Atkinson as a bloke, making the pizza. Pizza Napoli! Achoo! With extra mozzarella!
Yeah, it's like I've turned my cup of tea into a cappuccino. Anyway. Right, okay. So, yes, go see the film. It's on Amazon Prime. Go watch it if you haven't seen it before. If you have, obviously, we're going to go into the spoiler zone. So, be warned. Here's that random selection of sounds to warn you. It's fuck it, I don't know. It's the spoiler zone.
There will now be a short intermission.
Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley.
Course you don't get bloody wafers with it.
Shut up, Wesley.
And here we are on the other side of the spoiler zone. I might as well just record that bit and just title it spoiler zone or something. I don't know. Anyway, right. So here we are in the spoiler zone. So I think probably the first question I'm going to ask, and it's going to sound really, really weird, okay? And this is gonna kind of hopefully send us off down a little path.
Mm-hmm.
Is Annie Wilkes actually evil? He says, and sitting back to mop himself down from all the glistening, because she clearly is obsessed with Paul. Yeah, she's clearly obsessed with Misery, the character, and she's clearly disturbed by the death of her husband, and and everything like that. So, is she actually evil? Or is she just someone who needs mental help? Not like she's not a psychopath who will kill anyone and everyone randomly in a street. She's not going to put a mask on and walk through the streets and stab people. She's not a Hannibal Lecter type.
Unless you're a baby in a fucking ward in a hospital, then no, you're fine. You're perfectly safe.
Yeah.
Or someone in a way.
Or someone in a way, yeah. But that's
I mean,
what I'm
the
saying.
thing is, on one hand, if it was just her and Paul, I would be tending towards the kind of, she's, someone who's been traumatized by life. She's cracked. She's obsessed to a dangerous point and needs help. But then you see the scrapbook.
Yeah.
And then you find out, actually, she's been killing people since she was a teenager.
Mm.
I mean, because I remember, from the book, I remember the thing about the the babies in the hospital.
Yeah.
I seem to remember in the book it said she was kind of acquitted on lack of evidence.
Yeah.
But also, I forgot, in the film you see it's kind of, so like, head girl dies. Annie Wilkes, new head girl.
Yeah.
And, anyone who's in a way has some sort of an accident and dies. And there's a string of those before you get to the hospital. And her husband's death is part of it. And you start thinking, actually, she probably did her husband as well because he was inconvenient. He'd annoyed her in some way. And
yeah.
And it is kind of, when you get to that kind of, all right, we're dealing with a psychopath here, or a sociopath, someone who obviously from a young age doesn't see other people as real. They are pawns to be played with and disposed of. And she has no concept of remorse. And that's kind of, does that count as evil? I'm not sure. I mean, that's kind of, the whole medical thing for like a sociopath / psychopath is all very much debated, shall we say.
Yeah.
But I think she's kind of she's not someone who's taken a bad turn, or if she did take a bad turn, she took it very, very early on and has been happily going down that road for many decades on and off.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do you agree with that, Elton? You think she's evil, or is she just cracked?
Well, I was going to ask about all the newspaper clippings and stuff like that, because it does flash by you very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I'm guessing when did the husband die? Was it ever said?
It's well before any of the kids' deaths, isn't it? It's the first thing. It's the first thing in the book.
Right, and so I'm just putting it together. It could be like a modern movie where you have like Paul Sheldon's books could be replaced with the telephone screen, where people just attached to the screen constantly, and life around her goes by. She's just absorbed into the books constantly. The scrapbook could be like internet history. And, I think it could all be exchanged for that sort of stuff. But I think deep down inside her, even though she's got away with all this stuff, she's very, very broken. Very broken indeed. Does that make a monster, though?
Well, that's the question.
Well, yeah, I'm just putting it out there.
Oh, sorry. No.
I'm talking to myself. Imagine me looking up into the sky. Does that make a monster? I don't.
Narrator, Elton was talking metaphorically.
Nice. Go on.
I don't know. That there has to be some sort of responsibility. You don't make it to your 40s without having any responsibility whatsoever.
Don't know.
And
Darren?
So there must be... Oh, he's well past that.
Yep. Successfully dodging responsibility since 1969. Yeah.
Nice.
But with responsibilities, you need that empathy as well. Of you need to know good and bad. You need to know right from wrong. And I think she knows right from wrong. But when the red mist comes down, that's when everything just disappears.
Yeah.
And I suppose everyone has that sort of breaking point. And some people come back from that, and some people are able to hide that as well, and hide it very, very well. And they don't have the red mist came down on me last night. I'm really sorry about that. But she just carries on as if like the red mist is now gone, and she just carries on with her life. And that's strange. So I think there's someone slightly broken behind it all.
Okay. And Darren, what's your take on it? Is she broken? Is she evil? What's the deal?
puts on psychiatrist glasses. No one is born truly evil.
Oh, good Lord. Go on.
Or good for that matter. It's all about influences and actions and shit like that. So is she actually evil? Has she grown to be evil?
Is she? Does it even count as evil? Is she just broken, just obsessed? You know what's? I'm only throwing this out because I was watching it this time round, and I was just thinking, had Paul not stepped on some fairly obvious landmines? Because when you see her the first time, you know something's on the wonk.
Yeah.
And you could have easily navigated those if you just like taken 5 seconds out. But then he was obviously on the meds and everything else. So, but I was just thinking, you know, if he had navigated that properly, would anything bad have actually happened?
Well, it's the first mistake he makes. I think he would have had a good chance of getting through that, you know, without any problem. Had he not let her read the book.
Yeah.
This is where his troubles start. It's like, you know, she's just said she's a really kind of obsessed fan, and you've just killed off this character because you're tired of writing for this character. You just want to move on to something else. So maybe not let her read it. just maybe not. You know, that might be a suggestion. But, oh man, is she actually evil?
Well, actually, about the book, that seems to be the major trigger. But the fact is kind of, were the phones really out in the first place? When she realised who he was she thinking, I've got my own author. He's never going to leave now.
Yeah.
Because kind of at first, I think it's the killing misery that sets her off. But on subsequent viewings and indeed rereading of the book, I have wondered whether, well, hang on.
Yeah.
I think Paul was in trouble the moment she found him.
Right. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Once she knew who he
him,
was, that was it. It was kind of, oh dear, because she's fully obsessed with him, and I think she realizes kind of nobody else knows he's here. No one's going to find that car for weeks. When they do find him, they'll assume he's dead. I can keep him.
Do you know what? There's also the fact that the first red flag was presented to him.
Yeah.
Like right there, it was literally handed to him on a plate without him letting her read the book. Stuff like forget all that.
Yeah.
It's when she's talking about the fact that she was there every night looking at the. If that was me, I'd be already wondering how much it's going to cost me in legal fees to get that restraining order sorted. You know?
Yeah.
Because this is too much. This is no. This can't happen.
Well,
this person must be dealt with.
Yes. Well, I mean, following on from that, then, and starting with you and going around the table. I mean, is it arguable that a lot of the problems that coming from this are actually Paul's own making? Would you say
Paul's own making?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, you know, as you say, he lets her read the book after getting the red flags that she's completely off her trolley.
The thing is, he's not even registering those red flags.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't do the incidental music or anything like this. He's like as thick as two short planks to begin with, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying to you is a lot of the issues that he's facing, and I'll ask everyone, but I'm asking you first. Is a lot of the problems that he faces in this film because he's antagonizing her in a way that is easily avoidable if you just thought about it for 5 seconds.
It's not. This is the thing. He's not antagonizing her just yet, right? So when he gives her the book to read and stuff like this, he's not antagonist. He's not. There's no antagonism going on here. He seems to think she's all right, even though she's given the red flag. He's not. That's not even sort of like front and center in his mind.
Mm.
Okay, it's whatever he does after he realizes this is going on.
Mm.
When he does the little things to upset her,
Yeah.
That's when he's being antagonistic. That's what I think. And it's like, dude, you've got to turn into the skid on this one, okay? And just play along, okay?
Turn into the skid.
Just turn into the skid on this. Okay?
Unfortunate turn of phrase, given how he ended up there.
Indeed. But it's things like, do we? I mean, well, I'll come back to that later. The silly, some of the silly shit he does,
yeah,
which he shouldn't do.
Mm.
You know, until he's like much stronger and much more agile. But no, you just do the things you do, and you know, then wonder why you're being fucking killed
in deep shit. Yeah,
in deep shit. Yeah, but we'll come back to that later. I think. I suppose it's that whole thing of being kept prisoner against your will, right? That you're not, you haven't got the freedom to make the decision to go. Somebody else is making that for you. And that it's that automatic, it's that imperative, that drive to try and escape, right? It's the right of a prisoner to try and escape. That's it. That's what they used to say during, in World War II, in concentration camps and stuff like this. If you're captured by the enemy and you're put in there, it is your absolute right to try and escape. And I think that sort of, I think that affects his judgment in a lot of cases.
Okay.
Like they're just leaving the bedroom and stuff like this when he fucking well shouldn't. You know, what are you doing, man? Just get back in the fucking room. Just get back in the room, okay? I hope you know how to lock that door because she's going to fucking spot that at least. I locked this door before I went out. No, she won't be standing there second guessing herself because her mind doesn't work like that. It's a bit of a steel trap, as we learn.
Yeah.
You know, she knows she locked that door. She'll see this coming. Right? She probably did. She probably spotted other stuff as well. But it's, oh man, that had me screaming at the screen. It's like, go back in the room.
The fact that there's wheelchair tyre marks all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blood.
Or like, you know, that he's crawling along the floor. And it's like, how are you going to explain this?
Yeah. But
I mean, the shake and vac as he gets back into bed.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. That whole thing. Anyway, but before I go, I mean, what do you think, Elton? I mean, is he bringing on that stuff on his own?
I don't think any really. He had a drink before he went driving. I think that's his major problem.
That's an understatement.
Once he's in the care of Annie, then I don't think any of that is his fault, really. He's really reacting to everything that she does. Everything he does is a reaction to what she does. And the reason why he's horrible to her, the reason why he's really sweet to her, is all because it's trying to either tame her or antagonize her. And I think where he's there, he's really groggy from the accident. He's had a serious fuck up with his legs. That's going to put him into a lot of pain. He's going to have a lot of chemicals rolling around his body. He's going to be delirious. He's going to be hot and sweaty. He's going to be clammy, fevery. He's going to be all over the place. And so I don't think you can blame his reactions and for being slow in the first 20 odd minutes of the movie, really.
Yeah, okay.
So, but she's very manipulative in the way that she deals with it, because you think she's leaning over, she's almost dressed up like a nurse, and you're like, oh, I'm in the hospital. He's got a fucking IV in his arm. So you think immediately, I'm in a hospital.
Yeah.
But so it's all manipulation from her. and she knows she's in the wrong about doing this, but I don't know. She somehow makes herself believe that this is right. But I don't know. I don't think he could have done anything differently, really. He's just living on his wits.
Jim, do you agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, I think kind of the thing is with Annie Wilkes, as we see in the movie, I think it's fairly difficult to predict what's going to set her off.
Yeah.
I mean, one day he nearly fucking ends up dead just because it's fucking raining.
That is true.
Whereas kind of she has all these sort of, triggers, and you're dealing with someone kind of, you're in a maze of tripwires. You don't know what mood she's in, and what tripwire will work one day, doesn't work another day.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is she's kind of, she's completely unpredictable.
Yeah.
In the kind of, just a chance, because several times he makes a chance remark she really just takes offense against. And other times he's actually downright rude to her, and she just laughs. She goes, "Oh, you fooler." And it's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have no idea where you're at.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with someone whose mind is working on shifting sands, and it's kind of not. I guess there's nothing very consistent other than she's going to keep him there.
Yeah. Which is fair enough. I was just more trying to get whether or not, because my thought was very much this time round was very much, if he just read between the lines for 5 minutes, he could probably solve a lot of problems. If he just took a deep breath before responding, because the bit when once he writes that book and he gives it to her and she goes, all the effing this and the jeffing that, and she gets really quite cross with it, and then she starts going on about being his number one fan and all this kind of thing, and I'm thinking, right, I've got the measure of you. As long as we do stuff misery wise, then you kind of you're happy. So there's your line to walk to, and he takes, and I understand why, because you don't want to be forced into doing anything, but you got to be a bit realistic about the situation you're in, and it's just, there's a bit where she's sort of, how can I put it? She's clearly after him resurrecting misery, and he takes this kind of very, I'm a writer, I'm creating things, I can't just do these things and all this sort of thing. It's like, well, actually, I think you can. I think you can take your principles and put them to one side for 5 minutes, if it helps you live like another day longer. And that was the bit this time around watching it. I was just a bit like, you're not helping yourself. I understand what you're saying, Jim, about him being on shifting sands, but you can at least try and firm up the sand a little by looking at what's going on and at least making some decision.
I think the book does it better, and the film, I think, suffers a bit because it has to compress certain things.
Yeah.
Because in the book, there's a whole thing that he does bite the bullet and go, right, this damn thing, this is my key out of here. But then he actually begins to find he's really excited, and he starts enjoying writing the book and thinks it's actually his best thing he's done, because suddenly he's writing a different sort of misery novel.
Yeah.
And he is being artistically satisfied, and that gives him, a good, you get more of a sense he has a calmer period to observe Annie and sort of figure her out.
Yeah.
Whereas in the book, that's a very short little montage. Well, in the film, sorry, it's a short little montage, but the book does put flesh on those bones. But it's one of those things. It's one of those little compressions of of movie storytelling, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was going to say the bit that comes to mind that I was always waiting for when I was watching the film is, just for the guys who haven't read the book, if the bit when he talks about the paper and he says it's the smudgy paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's a kind of a redo of a scene in the book where he turns around and complains about the typewriter. And essentially, he complains about the typewriter, and then what she does is she comes in and she takes a electric carving knife to his thumb.
Oh.
Ow.
So he loses a thumb because he complains about the typewriter. So, and that's kind of the reference to the paper, the paper smudge, and you see him doing it with his thumb. That's kind of what it's kind of alluding to in some ways.
Right, okay.
But yeah, it's there's certain things like that that, as Jim's saying, you compress the time, you can't really fit those kind of things in. So, you have to make adjustments and allowances.
I'm glad they didn't have that in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think in a book, you can have that and it kind of work. But this type of movie, she's not there. It's not a Saw movie where she's slowly taking pieces off of him because he's naughty. He's not going to end up with his entrails all over the floor because she got pissed off about the third chapter. It's more subtle than that.
Yeah. Well, again, that goes back to a little bit to why I asked in the first place, is she actually evil? Because in the book, she's clearly, and pardon the phrase, but she's absolutely off her rocker.
Right.
Because the scene that everyone talks about in the film, let's make sure you're not going anywhere. I really love you, Paul. Don't worry, it'll be over in a minute. Crack. In the book, she actually chops them off. His feet.
Oh, right.
I think she hobbles him first and later she chops them off.
Yeah, chops them off with an axe, and then she blowtorches them to cauterize it. So he's proper. Yeah. So in some ways, be thankful you only saw what you saw.
Yeah.
So yeah, and she's much more militant, sort of evil, with a capital E in that one in the book. One question, yeah. And this is more of a sort of looking at it through modern eyes, yeah. Jim, I think you brought up the sort of fact that it kind of almost predicts the stalking craze. Let's call it a craze. The stalking situation. Phenomena, yeah. That's a better word. Thanks, Jim. Thank you for saving my adult brain. But do you think if this film was modernized, yeah, just to take Elton's point with with screens and all that kind of stuff, do you think she would have been a bigger problem or a lesser a problem? I mean, we see fan entitlement now online almost daily. Doesn't matter what franchise or thing you pick. But nowadays, there's things like AO3 and fandoms and all this kind of stuff that could easily take care of all of this. Do you think if you modernized Misery, would Annie Wilkes be nearly as big a threat? Or would she be one of the many millions who just go, oh, you can't, let's boycott him. Let's boycott Paul Sheldon because he's killed Misery off.
Well, the thing is, if you modernized it now, there's probably no way you'd be able to release a book where she died at the end without someone blabbing it before release.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know. I'm not sure it'd work as well in the current climate, not in the same way.
Yeah.
Because she's just a stalker. Is that it? Whereas when Misery came out, no one was talking about stalking. Obviously, there were stalkers, but it was kind of, it hadn't been identified, and it is a phenomenon we've seen, get worse, and the internet has really enabled it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in the old days, you had say for like a writer like Paul Sheldon, Annie's obsessive. She read all his interviews, but even a best-selling author, you're only probably talking a small number of interviews, maybe 10 or 15. It's not like now where you can look them up online and actually fucking, look at their house on Google Street View. You know what I mean? And, sort of friend them on Facebook and, all this kind of, all this kind of thing. I think it's Misery sort of wouldn't work, I don't think, in the same way. I think the basic concept is still there and is workable, but it'd have to be radically different because the fan involvement with things is so much deeper and more pervasive. Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? It's kind of, it was a different world back then, and it was.
Different
time.
I mean? Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of, there's so much kind of, about, say, you didn't know, about celebrities, whereas now, it's just all out there all the time. And likewise, when a new book comes out, it's kind of, some dreadful goblin has done a spoiler review on TikTok months before it's come out.
Yeah.
And so the whole fan dynamics are very, very different.
Yeah.
But I think so. It did strike me though, kind of how ahead of its time it was, because obviously there were obsessive fans out there. They were kind of known about. Yeah. But we hadn't really sort of codified it into a behaviour of stalking, and it is something that has I think proliferated along with sort of the technology we have, which makes stalking easier.
Yeah. Yeah. I always remember, I don't know if you guys remember this film. Do you remember the one with Clint Eastwood, Play Misty for Me?
Yes, yeah. That's another one. Yeah,
see,
that's right.
Yeah, that was kind of what was sitting in my head watching this the first time, was it's just a modernizer of that. Now I'm thinking, well, if you modernized that now, poor old Clint would be doxxed within 5 seconds flat, and everyone would be standing outside his house.
Do you know what? Thinking about it, we have kind of had a real life event took place that was sort of like the a little bit of the drive of this film, where it comes to fans gatekeeping something, even against the writers. And asking for them to change it. And we both know this one, Lee.
Oh, God, there's all sorts of things.
I'm talking about the one that was successful.
Don't mention it.
Why?
Because I just get cross and we get derailed. I hate people.
Are you talking about the third in a franchise?
Shut up.
I think I am. Yes.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouths.
I'm talking about the ending to a well-known thing.
La 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 la.
The fans didn't like it so much.
Shut your cock-a-doodle mouth, you dirty bird.
They had this online fucking movement go on, and do you know what? As much as that's annoying, the thing that was more annoying is the fact that the makers capitulated to them and did it, and it's just like, what are you doing?
The only slightly more annoying thing is that if you set me off on this, it'll be another 3 hours before you guys get a word in edgeways, and we won't have talked about the film. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and so that also pushed along. This is where because they had success there, that split off into other things where they thought they could get away with it as well. And this is why you have things like fucking rewrite Game of Thrones show. Let's rewrite the last episode and redo it.
Well, at the moment,
let's do that, shall we?
At the moment, was it the big one? Is that everyone thinks that there's a hidden episode? Well, I say everyone, just nutters online think there's a hidden episode of Stranger Things.
Yeah,
that actually ends it, and it's hidden somewhere in a hidden option somewhere on Netflix.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to fandom, Dal. You've been away for at least a week. You've missed it.
It's absolutely
I've not
crazy.
heard this one, but if that's the case, then it's not worth If you get fuck off, seriously, just fuck off.
There it is.
There it is. See,
that's the fucking makers of the show, though, and it's like, why?
No. It's not the makers of the show. It's not the makers of the show. The fans
if this is
didn't
real,
like how it ended.
No, it's not real.
Oh,
it's
they
all
didn't
made
like how it
at the hands
ended.
of lunatics.
Just fucking deal with it. Don't. Oh man.
There you go. There it is. Yeah, they didn't like the way it ended. They thought it wasn't satisfying, and then some absolute snowball of a human being turned around and said, "Oh, it must be part of the ARG of the game of the film of the series." And therefore there's a hidden
of the
episode
wet wipe, of the bag of crisp, of the.
There's lots of
whiskey.
people turning their TVs upside down. Hopefully, the actual episode will fall out the top of their TV.
Or are they playing the episode backwards?
You laugh.
Is that what it is?
You laugh.
There's the other episode.
Hold on.
Stranger Things as a secret episode.
It's a Foundation script again.
Yeah, I was going to say, you watching Foundation, Dal?
Yeah, I am. Yes. Here's the chicken. Yes,
There you
go. That's Foundation.
Like, for example, the first thing you look up, if you put up Stranger Things hidden episode, there's a 19-minute video by a guy called George Drake. And then it's all the proof that it's not over. They lied. Stranger Things extra episodes. Reddit, Netflix debunks Stranger Things secret episode 9 theory. Stranger Things debunks wild secret theory as a new documentary drops. The Mirror, Stranger Things fans have same complaint that there's an actual secret episode. Stranger Things docs reveals that there's a behind the scenes secret that we didn't know.
Okay, I'm going to applaud this. This is well done, makers of Stranger Things, by going out there, pretending to be this George, whatever, and putting that out there so it just keeps the momentum going. Well done. Well done.
But the thing is, I don't think the creators would have created this. This is created by the arseholes that are like, no, it hasn't finished the way I wanted it to finish.
Yeah.
Are you quite sure it's not at the suggestion of this, though? It's not been
No,
put out there
no,
by
it's-
somebody.
It's fully fan nutterdom of people going, oh, there's all these plot holes. From these people who watch these shit-ass YouTube videos where this film is full of plot holes. Look here, he gets in a car, but we don't see him drive into the city. How did he get here? It's a plot hole.
Yeah.
And like, I did with Welcome to Derry is kind of had to mute it because some people go, oh my God, they've completely rewritten Pennywise's origins by having something that's in the film, in the miniseries, and in the original book.
Yeah. Here we go. Look on IGN, Stranger Things secret episode theory. Netflix has dashed the hopes that Stranger Things fans were expecting a secret final episode for the series by confirming that every episode is now available. Fans unhappy with this hit series' final season have driven themselves into a frenzy in recent days on social media and pushed the, quote, conformity gate, quote, theory that suggests Netflix has another episode waiting in the wings ready to go or hidden behind a secret menu. That this episode, they theorize, would answer all of their questions and alleviate all of their various concerns about the finale. Oh yeah, listen to this. This is on IGN. The theory centers on much of the final season being a dream, essentially replicating the indoctrination theory that unhappy BioWare fans conjured up years ago following the launch of Mass Effect 3. Fucking bastards! Shut up! Yesterday, the conformity gate theory was dealt a huge blow by Netflix, which announced a flashy trailer of other TV shows and movies coming in 2026 rather than anything to do with Stranger Things. And now the streamer has updated its Instagram account to make the end of Stranger Things definite and clear.
Yep,
if anyone was
the statement that was released, which says, "Shut it, you muppets!
Shut your fucking mouth." The end of Stranger Things for anyone needing it spelled out.
Imagine if Sopranos had come out now. The shitstorm that would be coming out about the last episode.
It just went black. There must be extra frames at the end.
Yeah.
Because you'd be really annoyed if
Son of a bitch. Well done. Well played. Well played. So we've established firmly that fandom is absolutely fucking nuts across the board. Is
shit like this is just so full of? I'm going to say the word now because I haven't said it all episode. It's full of cunt. All right, that's it.
Well, the character of Annie, it doesn't feel far-fetched at all. Following him, working out which hotel he was staying at, how he likes a cigarette and a drink and a match after it. These are all things that the fandom people really, really love to know about certain things.
Yeah.
Look, we've all geeked out about certain things throughout our lives. But then there's
Alien Earth episodes for more details.
Yeah, but there's also an extra step that gets a bit dangerous when you start following these people around.
Well, yeah.
She did save his life. With her stalking, that did save his life. Otherwise, he would have been buried and dead.
Yeah. On the plus side, the sheriff would have been getting his end away and wouldn't be driving around in the snow or shot in the back.
Oh, yeah, he definitely would have busted a nut on her, wouldn't he?
Marjorie, when you're in my car, you're my deputy.
Brace yourself, Marjorie.
It's just that kind of sarcasm that gives our marriage real spice.
I'd rather be in bed, cuddled up with the sheriff.
Brown chicka bow cow, chicka bow.
Hey, Sheriff, have you ever seen these?
Your socks. Plenty of times.
She's just doing really slutty things all around him, and he's like, it's not noticing at all.
Yeah, I know. I mean, talk. So the takeaway of this entire review is fandom is nuts. She's not that evil. Paul Sheldon brought it on himself, and two octogenarians were denied some in the snow rumpy pumpy keep themselves warm.
Yep.
Because someone fell over in a car. I mean, is that really the whole takeaway of this movie?
Well, I think it does actually raise an interesting point because it is kind of. I think kind of if you watch this casually or read the book casually, you think, oh, Annie Wilkes just happened to be in the right place at the right time. But the more I think about it, kind of after she's basically ran off to live in the mountains after the hospital trial for Argo, she's moved. She's not moved there by chance. She's moved there because she knows Paul Sheldon comes there every year to stay in that cabin.
Oh, so it's properly premeditated.
It's not happenstance at all. She knows he always goes to that cabin. He always drives in the same car. He has the bottle of Dom Perignon, as she puts it, and the Lucky Strike. Even though he doesn't smoke, he always has a cigarette and finishes a book.
Yeah.
So she knows she's moved there deliberately.
Yeah. That's very true.
When she has the idea that, maybe she can meet him by chance, but he's kind of maybe there's a bit of luck that she just happens to be been following him, and he has that crash. But you know what I mean? It's kind of it's not a coincidence. She lives there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's a measure of her obsession, I think.
Yeah, that's very true. Actually, I didn't even think about it that way. And
I'd not thought that until just now. I thought, oh, hang on,
I was today years old when I realised she's actually moved. Yeah.
See, a lesser film or TV show would have actually had her set up the accident as well. But I'm glad that it doesn't do that.
Well, I was going to say that this is this is an interesting film for that sort of thing because it doesn't tell you a lot, but it trusts that you can work it out, and I'm quite pleased with that. As you say, it doesn't over-explain anything. It just kind of leaves you to kind of derive the information from what you're seeing on screen. I don't think we see that much in that kind of thing in movies anymore.
No, today it'll be like a Rube Goldberg situation, wouldn't it? He closes his door, and then 4 years later, a horse runs out in front of him.
Yeah, she's got it ticked up like sort of waiting the countdown.
Yeah,
I know that you'll be here. It'd be like fucking, was it Jigsaw?
Yeah,
not the Saw movies. I planned 20 years before I died, 20 years after I died, that the following 20,000 things will all coincidentally happen in the correct order, and I've recorded all the messages for everyone forever. Because, never mind. I'm not going to go off on the Saw movies. That's a different question, different thing. With the film, you wanted to bring up tension scenes. I mean, everyone wanted to bring up something when we were doing the non-spoiler section. Rather than me just blasting you with another bunch of questions to try and investigate the movie, what were the bits that really stood out to you? I mean, Darren, you were talking about those like tension moments, moments. So go on, and what was it then?
Anytime he got out of that room.
Oh, right. Okay.
See, what the fuck are you doing, you stupid twat?
90% of the film.
Do you not think he should get out the room then and just scope out what's going on? How does he find out that the front door's locked?
Not 5 minutes after you've been injured like he was. He was literally like, this was maybe a week after the accident, and he's trying to go around the house, and he can't really move. He's got no wheelchair at that point in time. And he literally throws himself on the floor to try and get out. Where the fuck are you going to go? Even if you get out the door, how far do you think you're going to get before, one, the cold gets you and you die of hypothermia, or two, she comes home, looks out the back and sees you crawling across the fucking backyard.
Leaving your toenails all across the carpet.
Yeah. And then hobbles your fucking arms or something,
Well,
it's the common sense approach. Build your strength before you actually start doing this. Make sure you can actually at least get back into bed or get back in the room at reasonable time without fucking up like that.
Yeah, but then is it not like what Jim was saying? He's not thinking clearly. He's got to get out and get going and get away. The desire to escape.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, there is that. It's
you see him playing the long game towards the end, though. He's realised he has to play the long game. He's doing lift ups with the old typewriter.
Oh yeah, which comes in very handy towards the end. Yeah. That's a heavy ass typewriter.
Then it just
Well, yeah.
That's what a heavier skull that she's got as well? She's cracked on the head with that twice, wasn't she?
Well, she fell over and nutted it and died, or supposedly died.
Yeah, or did she? Yeah. What about you then, Jim? What was the standout moments? Did anything have you literally biting your knuckles, going?
So when he's on his wheelchair expedition, she's coming home.
Oh,
and it's
coming up the stairs.
And it's a while since I've seen it, a while since I read the book, but I saw he moved the pen. You're like, shit, you put it down wrong. She's obsessive enough; she will notice that. Yep. And later on, he always faces due south. Of course he would, Annie. Of course he would, for your own unguessable mental reasons. But I was like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Of course, there's the hobbling scene, which I only half watched. I fully admit. So the first foot go, and then the eyes are closed.
Yep.
But I'd have to say that hats off to KNB, who did the special makeup effects.
Oh God!
Not just for that scene, but just for how his legs look after the accident.
Oh,
the kind of mottling, the bruising, very realistic. Not just kind of like a gore effect. which is where a lot of the people sort of go wrong with these sort of things. Because that looked kind of like very sort of, realistic drama, shall we say, rather than something to win a competition in Fangoria. Which you say a lot of sort of injuries, sort of real life injuries portrayed in films, sort of fall into that kind of sort of gore trap. Well, those legs were pitch perfect, and the way kind of you saw them sort of heal throughout the movie, and gradually, that's really really sort of well done. But it really sells you on how incapacitated he is and how painful his legs are.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I was going to say the bruising on those legs when you first see them, it's like, oh my God. And it, not that I was anywhere near as bad as that, but it just reminded me of the bruising and everything that I got on my ankles when I went ice skating. They had to cut the bloody shoes off, and I spent 4 hours in A&E, and I just slipped over like a twat, and then I had this sort of grey-black bruising all around my ankles for a good long while. Yeah, that's hats off to them for that. Definitely, absolutely. What about you, Elton? Was there a sort of standout moment for you that you kind of like sitting there going, "Oh fuck"? Oy.
Definitely when he's tootling around the house. Definitely, and there's because he gets out a number of times.
Yeah.
Almost like sits down, watches TV, raids the fridge. But there is that moment. This is the moment that I noticed this time around, and it's because of you guys making me watching movies and actually analysing them. But the way that she's walking towards the house, and he's trundling down the hallway, and it's always yin and yang between them two. She drops her keys, he drops the little bobby pin. She puts the key in the door and starts unlocking it, and he's frantically locking it, and it's all these moments where they're pitched against each other. These two characters are fighting for screen time constantly. Yeah, and I think it's done so well. It's almost unnoticeable, but when you kind of analyze it, then you really recognize it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that kind of brings me nicely to Rob Reiner. I mean, obviously he's a director who's does this sort of stuff, but normally we're watching, I don't know, him as Marty DeBurgi in Spinal Tap. Or and it's just directing like when Harry Met Sally, and it's like, hang on, and the Princess Bride and all these other things. You're thinking, hang on, how's he getting that so right? I mean, his direction on those sort of scenes, sort of like that as you say, the locking, the counter editing between sort of what she's doing and what he's doing. So tense, so super tense, and I just think it's amazing because when people say, "Oh, a director doesn't do a very good job," blah 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 blah, you think, yeah, but a good director can do a comedy with like Spinal Tap, and then he can do something like this with Misery, or he can do a romance like with Harry Met Sally, or he can do fantasy like with Princess Bride, or any of these kind of things. You think, wow. That's good direction. Yeah. And it's funny that nobody really brings him up as like the top tier directors. You would get those people go, oh yeah, it's James Cameron, it's I don't know, fucking Peter Jackson, it's Steven Spielberg, and it's like, yeah, but they all sort of stick to their lane. Do you know what I mean? And what he did, what Rob Reiner did is, nothing short of like miraculous to go from like horror to to Stand By Me to like I say, to fucking Spinal Tap, and even Spinal Tap sequel, which I didn't particularly dig, but there were moments in it that I thought was just outstanding. And I'm just A Few Good Men. He fucking did Few Good Men.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Anyway, to me, Misery kind of sums up his skill. And that scene you're talking about, the way it kind of counteracts and counter edits, is just one of those things where you just go, "There's a man who really knows what he's fucking doing." not the same old box of tricks. No, James, put the fucking blue Smurfs back in the CGI box. You're not impressing anyone anymore. Fuck off.
It's the same as when you say about a score and you don't notice the music, but it lifts you up in the right places and it moves you around in the right places, and you don't know. It's really silly, but you're too tense to notice that the bobby pin and the keys are exactly the same thing. They're just reflections on the two different characters.
Right. Yep.
You're not thinking that at the time. You're just thinking, oh, God, he's dropped the keys and she's giving him a little bit more time to pick up his keys. And you're thinking different things, but the director's just slowly easing you into this.
Playing you like a fucking fiddle.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a stellar bit of work. Also, it's interesting that the cameraman working on that, just to put my film nerd hat on for 1 second, the cameraman who worked on Misery was a guy called Barry Sonnenfeld, who who went on to become the director of things like the Addams Family movies and Men in Black. Just a little thing there, because I'm like looking at the credits and I went, oh yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, he did do Wild Wild West, so we can't give him all the props. Fucking spider.
It's on the list.
What a fucker! Oh, is it? No,
we can Wild Wild West. You don't want to see my hip where my hand be at.
Yeah, nobody wants to see fucking Kevin Kline running around in a cornfield being chased by a magnetic frisbee.
Don't we? Don't we?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
But it's got a big fucking spider in it. We don't want to see a film with a big fucking spider in it.
No, I hate you people. You people disgust me so much.
Spider, you say? Incredible predators.
The most vicious predators in the animal kingdom.
God, everything's awful. We should all go home. Fucking wiki wah wah. I tell you what, it's going to be a brave one of you three that's going to fucking pick that. I'll tell you that, because I will rain down holy hell upon you.
Hold my drink. Yeah.
I
was going to choose this.
However, nobody knows where my hand be at. Yeah,
no, they don't.
Jesus, yeah, we do know where it's at. Will, it's up your own arse while your wife gets you to slap fucking Chris Rock in the face.
So to lead in when we actually do that movie, someone has to say, go around the table, and go, Darren, do you know where your hands are?
Do you know where your hand
be at my hip?
Where your hand be at?
You don't want to see it though. You don't. No. You don't want to see my hand with my hip be at. Nope.
Is it where the MIBs be at?
Is anyone else googling the words to that song?
Yes.
Shut up.
Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada.
Darren isn't though, because he just knows the lyrics offhand.
I certainly do. Yep. There was a music video I could recreate with myself in the lead role. It'd be that one. Yes, it would be.
Yeah, let's just not. Let's not do. Nobody wants to see.
Did I say I'm the quickest there is? Yeah.
Shut up. Nobody wants Kenneth Branagh with nothing below the hips talking about his lack of his manhood in a 12A. Nobody needs that.
Rough Rider? No. You don't want another?
Will Smith has become the modern day
cuck. Sorry?
It's the modern day Dennis Waterman. He stars in the film, he writes the theme tune, he sings the theme tune.
He slaps people for mocking his wife.
And fucks the violinist.
Keep this goddamn film out of your goddamn mouth.
Yes. Ay, bloody ay.
I can't believe we just went on a little sort of, Will Smith side quest there.
mate, this whole episode's been nothing more than side quests. How do we go from how was your week to complaining about grok? I mean, let's not get too carried away.
I have no idea.
Anyway, anyone got anything additionally they would like to bring up about Misery before we move on? Apart from nobody needs that hobbling.
Oh man.
I mean,
yeah. Well, we haven't really spoken about that, have we? And
go on, in.
That's the major thing about this movie. Is when you think about this movie, that's the scene that you think about immediately.
Yes.
And it's still so good. Honestly, it's
your
like,
definition of good and mine are very, very different.
It's so. Well, I remember watching that for the first time and going, "Oh my fucking god!" I swear you could see the second foot go though, but on
no.
This one,
no, he completely Hitchcocks you with that one.
Yeah,
she hits him in the balls.
It's like Batman slapping Robin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Metaphor there. Yep. Euphemism.
Yeah. Actually, the Back to the Future date. Shut up. Anyway.
And is it any wonder that he did crash with the speed that he was going around them corners on them snowy roads as well?
Yes. The drive, and he had the world's worst heater and windscreen wipers. Those windscreen wipers are definite cinema windscreen wipers where they're not actually touching the glass because that would make noise. So you got all the snow hitting the glass and they just kind of float just slightly above. So they're not wiping anything. There's no way they're wiping shit.
I've just had a thought. The pig.
Oh, the pig being called Misery.
Is that there for her to cover up any evidence?
Oh, you mean
they
like
go
bodies?
through bone like butter.
Thank you.
Errol Flint and the pigs.
Yeah, you chop them up for the piggies, so it helps their digestion.
Oh, his girlfriend's found a voice.
Errol, give me a cup of tea.
2 sugars, Turkish? Nah, I'm sweet enough. God, here we go again.
Do you know what nemesis is? Sorry, somebody had to pull the fucking trigger on that one.
I mean, seriously, if it isn't fucking RoboCop, it has to be bloody Snatch, isn't it?
Do you know what? I think I've got an idea for a season. Let's do most quotable season.
A most quotable season.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I've got Aliens is going to be in there, of course. Front and centre.
Oh, God.
Do
you know what nemesis means? A righteous infliction of retribution manifest by an appropriate agent, personified, in this case, by an horrible cunt. Me.
You're a bad dog. A what? You're a bad dog.
And a bad dog.
Oh, dog.
I don't care if he's Muhammad. I'm hard Bruce Lee. You can't change fighters.
Make sure he goes down in the fourth.
Listen, you fucking fringe. If I throw a dog a bone, I don't want to know if it tastes good or not. You stop me again whilst I'm walking, I'll chop your fucking Jacobs off.
Errol, you silly fat bastard.
Oh God. So we've gone. I mean, let's just sum up here. So in the course of talking about a Stephen King movie, we've talked about grok, loving pheasants, laying them lovingly on a patio, giving them 45 minutes of massage. We've got off on one on fandom. We've hated on Mass Effect 3. We've discovered that there is no hidden Stranger Things episode.
Yep.
And we've spent 10 minutes quoting fucking Snatch. I mean, this podcast has it all, except a review of Misery.
If you've enjoyed this episode, then please leave a 5-star review on iTunes or anywhere else, please.
Yes. Do subscribe to BBC Sound. Oh, good Lord. Right. I'm taking it.
Successful episode, I think.
Okay. I think job's done. Unless anyone's got anything left to say. Apart from hobbling. Don't do it, kids. Yeah. Fucking the wheels didn't come off. The axle went with it. Yeah. Right. Has anyone got anything else? Anything?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, fair enough. Right. Well, I think we should leave it there then. If anybody does actually have anything constructive and useful to say about Misery or any of the other episodes we talk about or anything we talk about in any episode, by all means, send some feedback in. Send it into feedback@blackdogpodcast.com. Or you can jump on the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast, and just leave some feedback under the episode. And we will read it out next week. Right. Darren.
Yes.
It is your pick.
It is my pick.
Are we doing Wickedy Wild Wild West?
Yes, we are. No, we're not.
No.
No. We are doing the year I started masturbating. No, we're not doing that one either. Honestly, that is a real film on Netflix.
What?
It's a real film on Netflix. The year I started masturbating. Believe it or not.
Well, you
got
give out years as well.
Do we? I was going to say, do we have to start the podcast review with "Hello, I'm Lee, Corky the Cat, 1987"? No. Go on. So we're not watching a film that's going to get us on a list. Good.
No,
that's good. That's good to know.
We're not going to do that at all.
Right.
We are going for. Let's see, suspenseful dark dramas. Yeah, that's what they call it on Amazon Prime anyway. What we're going to watch this week or next week is a film I saw as one of my birthday films. As in, I take a chance, I go watch it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to enjoy it. And this one, I really did. And I enjoyed it so much, I bought the film. I went out and I got the soundtrack because I thought the soundtrack's fucking absolutely brilliant to this.
Is it the Magic Roundabout movie, Dougal
yes,
and the Blue Cat?
It is. No, this is a 2014 film starring Dan Stevens in the titular role. And this was the film that convinced me that he's the one that should have played Roland the Gunslinger in The Dark Tower. Not that The Dark Tower was any good, but they always say that Roland's got the eyes of a killer, and
okay,
that shadow passes over Dan Stevens' face a number of times, and he doesn't even change his facial expression. Just something happens. And it is a film called The Guest.
The Guest.
Ooh,
okay.
Indeed.
The Guest. Okay, right. Well, in which case, go around the table. Elton, have you seen The Guest?
No, I have not.
Have you heard of the film The Guest?
I probably have, but I can't say I... No, let's say no. No, the answer is no.
The answer is no. Okie dokie. Jim, what about you?
I have seen it, yes.
And are you...
Definitely, yes.
Nice. Cool. Okay, I have seen it, and I did enjoy it. It's a bit of an 80s throwback, it feels like, or a 90s throwback kind of feel.
Did you feel as though this was... who was it I thought this was? Because this was John Carpenter. It's the most John Carpenter...
synthwave vibes on the soundtrack as well, yeah.
Indeed. Great soundtrack. I love the soundtrack to this film.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Well, there you go. So, The Guest, not to be confused. This is The Guest 2014. Not to be confused with The Guest as in the BBC thriller about a person who lives in someone else's house.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the video game horror game called The Guest, which is on Steam. Also, not to be confused with the. Don't worry. There's lots of things called The Guest.
If Dan Stevens isn't in it, then you don't watch it.
Yes, exactly. Yes. If it's got anyone who was previously in Torchwood or anything like that, that's the wrong one. Don't do that one.
No, it's got to be that bloke off Downton Abbey. That's the one.
Is he in Downton Abbey? Is he,
He
in
was
Downton?
He was.
Is he in Downton Abbey? A New Generation? Is he in Downton Abbey the movie? Is he in Downton Abbey 2?
Was he in
Return to
Downton
the
Abbey
Abbey?
season 1? Was he in Downton Abbey season 2? I think he's only in like season 1 of Downton Abbey. But if he had played that role he played in that, like he plays it in this film, then that would have been a whole more interesting. I thought I probably would have watched Downton Abbey then. Yep.
Okay. Cool. Well, there you go. You know what we're looking at now. We're looking at The Guest with Dan Stevens. He won't be on the podcast. We're just looking at it with Dan Stevens, though he's not in the podcast. So anyway, yes. It's called The Guest. Watch it.
These moments of silence, what great podcasting they are.
Fantastic. This is me going buffering. Buffering.
Egg timer.
Yeah. Tick, 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 tick. Boom. Yes. So, yes, we will be watching that. And what's that on, Dal? Is that?
It's Amazon Prime, that is.
Amazon Prime. The Guest. Right. So we will be back next week with that movie. Until then, let's head over to the Pimp's Corner and find out what's going on Hypnagoria and Rogue 2 Media. Jim, what's happening over with you, sir?
That's a bloody good question.
Okay.
This week, I've just released a very, very short story, one of my favourites. A little kind of light affair for me, a story called Naturally.
Yeah.
A short story which proves the devil is indeed in the details. There will be a new Comic Club minisode on an episode of the League of Gentlemen, continuing our watch through of that.
Right.
There'll be some sort of episode on my main show this week, but I'm buggered if I know what it is yet.
You should have a word with the management. Maybe they'll tell you.
I know. They don't tell me anything.
Oh,
The boss
bastards.
is appalling to work for.
Yeah, Jesus. I've heard he's a right taskmaster. Go on. Anyway, yeah, okay. Well, TBD, I think, is probably the best way of putting it.
Yes. To be announced.
Yeah, TBA.
To be decided as well, but never mind.
Oh, God almighty. I just said TBD. Don't confuse my addled brain. Anyway, cool. Either way, it'll come about some point on hypnagoria.com.
Indeed, you will.
Brilliant. And what about you, Elton? What's happening over at rogue2media.com?
I haven't done any episodes recently, but I have been putting like little musical demos up on Instagram.
Awesome.
So
what's your Instagram account?
It's under the Winter Choir.
The Winter Choir.
Yes.
So is that the actual? Is it called the Winter Choir?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm quite nervous about doing this. I don't know if I want to be doing this or not, but there you go. You got to push yourself, haven't you? So
you got to push yourself. We've had sneaky peeks, haven't we?
Yeah.
Indeed, we have.
And we haven't had a problem, have we?
No.
Right. That's good.
So anyway, it's out there. So
it's out there. It's out there. Listen to it, and give Elton some positive feedback so he makes more.
Yeah. Do it. Encourage this man.
So there. If he doesn't make more, I'll blame every single one of you.
Thank you. That makes me feel better. That's good.
Yeah.
Sneaky Peeks, also the name for the prequel to Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, exactly. Sneaky Peeks. Right. And Darren, are you doing anything apart from time, 40 to life?
I don't know. Might make another apple crumble. I don't know.
Cool. So you can find Darren on applecrumble.com.
Applecrumble.com. Taste my crumble. You like it. You know.
I'm not advocating going to somewhere called applecrumble.com because it's probably like bluewaffle.com.
Typing it in now.
Don't. Just don't. I have no idea where it is. And
this website is under construction. Damn it.
Somebody's getting a letter from their ISP soon. Yep. Third strike.
Third strike. Yeah, that's us. That's us. Yeah. If we're not here next week, then we've been taken off the air for repeated violations of good taste and decorum. Right. So that's it. I won't promote any art from me because I haven't done anything since 2025. So just whatever. Right. So we'll leave it there. We'll be back next week for the guest. Until then, take care. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton.
No problem.
My pleasure.
And thank you, everyone, for listening. And we will see you all next week. Till then, take care. Tatty, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on.
I only came for a kebab.